It was supposed to surface near the Azores, a black steel ghost rising from the depths, its crew of 99 breaking back through the quiet pressure of the Atlantic. Families waited in Norfolk, unaware that their sons and husbands were already dead. The USS Scorpion would not be coming home. At 3 p.m. on May 22, 1968, the Scorpion missed a routine communication. The Navy tried again. Silence. Another attempt. Still nothing. Then something worse. No radar echo, no sonar trace, no movement, as if the ocean had swallowed it whole. The Scorpion had vanished without a trace. Officially, it was a routine return voyage. The submarine had left Rota, Spain, headed west for Norfolk after a Mediterranean patrol, but unofficially, it had been rerouted. Classified orders placed it near the Canary Islands, tracking Soviet naval activity. The Cold War was hot under the surface. Both the US and the USSR were playing silent games of cat and mouse beneath the waves, armed with torpedoes and nuclear payloads. But no one expected this. When contact failed, the Navy stalled. They called it a communication glitch. Families were told not to worry, but behind the scenes, they knew. A massive search began, quietly. Days passed, then weeks, and still, nothing. It wasn't until October 1968, 5 months later, that a deep-sea sonar sweep located the wreckage, more than 11,000 feet down, scattered across the Atlantic seabed. The hull was twisted, snapped, and partially buried in sediment. The forward section had imploded. The pressure at that depth would have been instant. Bones crushed, lungs collapsed, death in under a second. There were no survivors, and no definitive answers. What followed was not clarity, but chaos. One theory blamed an onboard torpedo. Perhaps it had hot run, activated inside the tube and exploded before launch. Others pointed to the sub's troubled mechanical history. The Scorpion had long-standing electrical issues, a jammed trash disposal valve, even sonar equipment prone to failure. Some maintenance crews had warned it wasn't safe to deploy. Their warnings were ignored. Some believed the Navy knew all along. Others pointed fingers at the Soviets. Just 2 months before the Scorpion disappeared, a Soviet sub, the K-129, also went missing under mysterious circumstances in the Pacific. Some whispered that the Scorpion was sunk in revenge. In 1975, a top-secret CIA operation known as Project Azorian recovered parts of the K-129 from the ocean floor. Soviet officials were never told. The game was dirtier than anyone admitted. Could the Soviets have done the same to us? For decades, the Navy refused to confirm anything. No official cause was ever listed. Declassified reports hinted at battery explosions. Some hinted at a torpedo detonation. Others simply used the word unknown. The final report stated, "There is no evidence of foul play, but there is also no conclusive explanation for the sinking." The wreck was left untouched, a mass grave sealed by pressure and time. Somewhere in that black water, the nuclear reactor still hums, the torpedoes sit in their tubes, and the crew, 99 sailors, most in their 20s, remain entombed. The Scorpion is one of only 2 nuclear submarines the United States has ever lost. The other, the USS Thresher, went down just 5 years earlier. Some call the Scorpion a Cold War casualty. Others call it negligence. But the truth is, no one knows what happened in those final moments. No distress call, no SOS, no voice, just steel torn open by crushing weight and silence. Thank you for listening to The Sunken Ledger. Subscribe for more true stories from the depths.